Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast. We have a lot to get to this show, but first we must get a health update on the lovely Cora Scheer. All right, Jason, fill the folk that aren't on Twitter, fill the folks in on what happened, where we are at, and what the prognosis is going forward.
Cora was the little black dog that's usually on with me that lays behind me was bit by a rattlesnake right above her eye. And it needed 2 vials of antivenom. I'm looking at her now. Very, very, very swollen, but alive. Doing a little better today. Has some side effects, but hanging in there.
And now are we expecting, you said we got very lucky. So it was the eyelid and not the eyeball. So we expect a full vision recovery eventually?
Yeah, they got to check it in a few weeks. The swelling is insane. And I guess there's nothing you can do for rattlesnake swelling. Like you just have to wait. But from their early prognosis, it doesn't look like she got the eyeball. It looks like they literally missed by like less than, like it's insane how close to the eyeball it is.
Snakes suck, and if Cora would like to make an appearance on the show today, she is more than welcome. But if she wants to wait, we fully understand that as well. It is totally up to Cora.
She's on the good stuff right now, codeine and all that, so she's a little tired.
All right. But again, she will make her triumphant return at some point, though. All right, we are going to talk about Arizona. We're going to. Oh, is that her?
Yeah.
Oh, look who we got. Ooh, Cora. Oh, look at this. Hi, Cora. Oh,
your throat, how big it is?
Yeah, the throat is amazing. Wow. Well, the fact she's not camera shy is awesome. So we will definitely take that. All right, we got a lot to get through this show. We are going to talk Elijhah Badger. We are going to talk a couple of the transfer portal players that I think are a little bit underrated. Let's see, Carter Bryant, Chip Hale. We might be itching closer to a Chip
right there. Yep.
Apology from Jason Scheer. Underrated Circle K's Snoop Dogg. I will wrap in a little bit. And we will talk about an underrated Circle K that I do not think got nearly enough play on the last show. And also, Mary Ruth Farrell. I very much appreciate you tuning in, as always. Mary Ruth is somebody.
MRF. She's not DRF. She's MRF.
Yeah, MRF is somebody that has spent a year plus just trying to destroy me on YouTube. Now she wants me, but when she was brought up the other day, people got into the comments and Mary Ruth Farrell went away. So there. Oh, by the way, look who it is. Tony Jones, the great Tony Jones.
Tony Jones.
Hey, man, give a shout out to Boozy if you see him. Wink, wink. Very cool. Tony Jones, one of the really good ones out there. Also, Tony Jones didn't believe that I could rap any Tupac song. He named any Tupac song. I rapped it. Sure, this is true.
Yeah, middle Bob Dobbs. Mike's just rapping every Tupac song he knows. It was. I have to say, you don't impress me much, Mike, but that was very impressive.
Very impressive. I can step up at times. Now, Len, there's many times when you say, man, this is a Beatle on his back. This was not one of those times, though. The Beatle was on the pavement walking this way. Okay, now let's talk about a little bit of Elijhah Badger first. Obviously, on campus, Arizona lost a couple wide receivers, lost a wide receiver. Elijhah Badger, Arizona would obviously love to get him into the fold as well. What are you hearing, Scheer? I have not heard anything.
I haven't heard much coming out of the visit. I mean, he's playing this very, very quietly. We didn't even know he was actually on campus until like a day before he got there. Florida is scheduled to get a visit, I believe, this upcoming weekend. It should come down to Washington, Florida, and Arizona. USC just landed a wide receiver, so they're probably out. They were in there a little bit, but those are the 3 schools. How cool is it, by the way, that official visit picture? Did you see that? Where the greeting is Bobby Wade crapping on ASU?
That was very, very cool. We like that. We like Bobby Wade a great deal, and we like that picture as well. And honestly, if you bring in Elijhah Badger, all that wide receiver room is very, very nice. We already got we got AJ Jones in there, son of the great Tony Jones. Obviously, you got Raymelo Murphy, who you're bringing in as well. You've also got Malachi Riley, Montana Lamonius Craig, who I have it on good authority might be rotated in and out as opposed to being on the field 100% of the time. But I like the wide receiver room. You get Badger. I think that's the best 1-2 punch in college football. And honestly, I don't even think it's close, Scheer.
Yeah, we're assuming Badger's healthy. There are some back issues that have come up a little bit. If I'm Arizona with 12 open scholarships, I don't care about those back issues. Like, I'll take my chance. If he's healthy, him and T-Mac next to each other is as good as it gets nationally.
Right.
And we mean nationally. It is going to be very, very impressive for you to be able to lose a guy like Jacob Cowing and replace him with Elijhah Badger, who Jacob Franklin says is significantly better. You would have to give Arizona credit.
Jacob Franklin, do you want to hop in here and explain that one again real quick? So you are saying that Elijhah Badger will be better than a 4th-round pick. That is what Jacob Franklin is saying.
Which is good for Arizona, though. That's
Correct.
all.
Correct.
All right, so you're saying that Elijhah Badger will be a 3rd-round pick or up. That's what Jacob Franklin is guaranteeing right here.
Sure.
Oh, all right, Jacob Franklin. We will see about it. But here, let's look at it from, though, and I was thinking about this last night because I'm a loser and I don't think about much of importance. I was thinking about this last night. If you're Elijhah Badger and the goal is to get to the NFL, you had to do a couple things. First and foremost, you have to get out of ASU. I mean, listen, Dilly. Oh, by the way, you want to give a shout out to Dilly real quick. Again, we hope Dilly loses every game, but Scheer, this is another example why Dilly's a good
Yeah,
dude.
there's a few people because we just noticed. So Dilly texted me right away or DM'd me and was basically like, "Hey, sorry about the dog." And a couple other things. Really nice. This is the second time he's reached out. Yeah, I mean, Shelby and I joked that like it's much easier to dislike ASU when you know a nice guy isn't coaching. Like Dilly's a really good dude. There's a couple other coaches. Joe Ciamalo, his family donated this morning, which is just awesome. Shelby and I are very humbled by this entire thing. There's been a lot of people reaching out in positions that, frankly, you don't have to reach out if you're in that position.
Oh, by the way, the smelly rainy Seattle shirts are ready, by the way.
I will be ordering one.
I will be ordering one as well. They will go to the U of A. But anyways, let's get back to Elijhah Badger here for a second. Think about it from Badger's perspective. If you wanted to get to the NFL, and again, I know that it's about money. I get all that. But if you want to get to the NFL, there's 2 things that you had to do. You had to get out of ASU. I don't think that there's any doubt about that. You have to get out of ASU no matter what Jacob Franklin says. And because, again, you got Jeff Sims coming in. That's, Jeff Sims. By the way, I believe Jeff Sims is going to see the field this year.
He's like the 3rd quarterback, and we're telling people he's like the starter. And you better be ready to catch passes from Jeff Sims, baby.
You better be ready for that. Yes, we will give the tennis team a shout out. I have been remiss in that. But if you're Badger, though, you got to add to ASU. That was check 1. Boom, get away from Toe Tree and all of them. Then you got to get to a place where they can get you the football. Let's look at the other schools. Florida, you got a 5-star QB coming in, but he's also a freshman QB in the SEC. And you could get lost in the shuffle there. At Washington, you have Jed Fish and you have Will Rogers, where Jed Fish only plays 3 wide receivers. You will only see 3 wide receivers.
I'm really like, do people know that Will Rogers sucks? Like,
let me ask you this. Let me know. Let me ask you this real quick. Under Mike Leach, I thought he was pretty decent. This dude last year really sucked.
Yeah, like, why are we assuming that Will Rogers is good?
No, I don't know. I don't get that either.
Like, and I could be wrong. And this isn't even a Jed Fish thing, really. Like, when he was in the portal, he was being recruited by a bunch of big schools. I'm like, why? Like, this dude isn't that good. He was terrible last year.
Yeah, but that coach also sucked, though.
But how many? I'll say that in a Mike Leach offense, has there ever been a bad quarterback?
That's true.
Like, it's just it's the system. And Jed is running a completely different system. Like, Will Rogers is going to have to like make decisions and stuff, and I don't know if he can do it. It's weird.
And he's got a crappy offensive line in front of him as well. So I don't know. That one doesn't make any sense. If your goal is to get to the NFL, and I actually agree with Jacob Franklin about something here. Jacob Franklin is wrong about almost everything. Actually, he's right about almost everything. Jacob, thanks for sending. Oh, by the way, I had to get on Jacob Franklin today for I had to remind him. I guess when I got my show links today, Scheer. Guess when I got my show links?
You deserve to have them by 7 a.m. every morning.
7:20.
That's unacceptable.
7:20, my friends. 7:20. Jacob Franklin thought on Friday that he could go above and beyond and say, all right, I will give it to you on Thursday, and then we'll get back to Friday. By the way, Mary Ruth Farrell is going crazy with this segment, by the way, me going all over the place. But all right, I don't get it though. The Elijhah Badger in Washington. I'm going to disagree a little bit here. I would rather have Will Rogers than JDL. What say you?
I'm not sure, dude. Will Rogers was flat out bad. Like, he can't throw downfield. At least with JDL, I know I could stretch it. I don't know. I'm sure he'll have decent numbers. I bet you he has decent numbers, but he throws a lot of picks. That's usually what Jedfish quarterbacks do. Noah was the exception. Like, even if you go back to the NFL, Jed was, like, cool with throwing picks. Like, it was part of his offense.
But honestly, joking aside, and I do believe Damon Williams finished the year as a starter, but joking aside, if you are Elijhah Badger and your goal is to get to the NFL, Arizona is easily the best fit for you.
Who's Florida's quarterback?
They got the 5-star, who's considered the best quarterback in the country. That kid coming in, whoever his name. He's got a cool name. It's like J.D. Hetheridge or something like that, or something. I don't know.
No, you know who it is?
Who?
It's the dude from Wisconsin.
Graham Metz?
Yeah, that's their starter.
Well, that guy stinks. So, yes, I would go to Arizona.
I think we just solved it. Arizona has the best quarterback of the three by far,
by a mile. So that's where I'm at with this. So it makes a lot of sense. Also, we need to talk about a player that I don't know. We definitely haven't really talked a ton about, and I think that we need to really break it down. I'm intrigued by Raymelo Murphy, wide receiver out of obviously wide receiver Arizona just got. I get that he's from a smaller school. I understand all of that. Still caught for 500 yards, 3 touchdowns, and like I said, Les Fafita signed off on him on Twitter. Les knows football, and I'm excited to see. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he's good.
Well, 2 things with him. Number 1, I don't read anything into what he did at Old Dominion. I looked closer at their offense the night he committed. That was a bad offense with a bad quarterback.
And he still got 500 yards.
Yeah, bad numbers across the board. Number 2, he's legit friends with T-Mac, Noah. He knows the JUCO kids, Durham and Price. He knows Burnett. He knows all those
he knows all the Juice County homies.
Right. And they all vouch for him. And it's not like, hey, we're friends, because there's other guys that are friends with them that they don't vouch for because they know that they're just not good enough to play at that level. Raymelo's a guy where they vouch for hard. Like T-Mac hosted him on the visit. They're close. Like when you have 15 scholarships at the time, you take guys like Raymelo Murphy all day. What's the downside? He doesn't work out, right? That's the downside, and you still have other good receivers. The upside is he works out. He already knows everyone. He's friends with half the team already before he even reaches campus, and you got a slot receiver.
And what Arizona has going for it, too, is that they really want him. We talked about this a little bit on Friday as well. I'll be honest. If I'm a running back, if I'm FAM 3.0 on campus, I'm going to have a hard time wanting to bring in other running backs because they're looking to take my spot. I don't care what anybody says. I'm being selfish, but guess what? Every kid's thinking the exact same thing unless they're really good person, which I'm not. But at the wide receiver spot, there's multiple positions to go around. They want the kid. Obviously, playing with Noah Fafita's got to be enticing as well. Arizona went all out to try to get him. We will get to General Booty here in a second. But
yeah, they went all out. He's talented. His dad lives in Tucson. He has family here. His aunt, when he entered the portal, I think it was his aunt, tweeted at me and I think you right away and was like, we need to get him here to Tucson. He's going to rep Tucson well. No brainer. Literally, the downside is he's not that good, but he's a practice player, right? And I don't think he will be. I think he's going to be legitimately good and get reps on a coaching staff that is ready to play 6 or 7 wide receivers.
Yes, 6 or 7 wide receivers, which means wide receivers coming in and out. That means a chance for our guy AJ Jones as well, the great Tony Jones. We will talk about that. Also, one thing, sticking with the wide receivers, my mom keeps texting me. Buzz off.
Janet?
Yeah, Janet. Come on, Janet. Janet went at Mary Ruth Farrell pretty hard, by the way.
You don't mess. The one thing I've learned about Janet is when you mess with Mike, you mess with Janet.
You do. You pick up one end of the stick. You pick up the part that birthed the stick. how about that? I was going to say birth stick.
That one.
That should be my nickname. Okay, now, Kevin Green. I like Kevin Green a lot. I wish that Kevin Green had stuck around. I wish the previous coaching staff had used him. I like Kevin Green Sr. a lot. I think they're good dudes. I do not get this fit going to Washington. I understand leaving. Listen, if you think that you're buried on the depth chart, you got to do what's best for you. Totally get it. But going to a place where they didn't play you for 2 years, and I get the first year where it's, you basically got 3 stud receivers. Last year, though, you couldn't really see the field at all. Why would you end up at Washington?
My guess, and this is just my guess, is that he fell for the hey, you're going to compete with, like, Giles Jackson isn't all that good. So they probably told him he's going to start in the slot over Giles Jackson. Now, that remains to be seen if that's true, but that's what they told him.
Right. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see where it's at. By the way, real quick, people. And again, I'm going all over the place. Sorry, this is for my hater. There are these cats, if you follow me on social media, that they live behind my house. And the lady that has been feeding them, and here's where I'm becoming a big softie. The lady that has been feeding them, I don't know what has happened to her. I've not seen her in 3 days. And so they were getting very, very hungry. But so tell me some cheap cat food that I can get that's not going to like rip them up, but I also don't want to have to pay anything more than I have to because they're cats. I've been giving them some of Ted Wardo's food in the meantime.
Just go to Costco and get one of those the stuff from Costco.
Yeah, but what kind of cat food though? Like, is there a specific kind? Like for homeless cat food?
Kirkland. It's like the Kirkland brand, and it's big, so it'll last you a while.
How many cats do you think live in Seattle?
A lot.
I bet you. By the way, did you see that video that I posted of the car blown up and the guy just urinating in the middle of the street?
I was a little taken aback because there, you could see his junk. You didn't care. Anything it takes to diss Seattle, Mike.
Del Taco. Oh, come on, dude. Del Taco meat. Dude, that is awful. Oh, Erica L. Day. Erica L. Day had a very high energy experience in Phoenix with our good friend Kim Hunt yesterday. I will let Erica L. Day talk about that. But yes, very, very entertaining. But anyways, they've been eating Ted Wardo's food. So, but either way, all right. Enough about how good of a person I am. Let's get back to some football.
But Ted Wardo probably eats caviar every night.
Ted Wardo does. Well, oh man, I am so lucky that Ted Wardo never got a snake because, dude, with those eyes, because I don't think that Ted Wardo can close his eyes because they're
yeah. Cora's probably the only one. We were talking about this. Cora's probably the only dog in our house that would have made it.
By the way, Brad Rich says, get Mike the Del Taco NIL already. And here's where Erica L. Day was very, very helpful for me. They're putting together a package to possibly send to Del Taco about where about why that they should invest in the AZ Wildcats podcast.
Mike was trying very hard. I know Snoop's cool and all that, but Mike was trying very hard to make it the Del Taco Arizona Bowl. Can
you imagine the Del Taco Arizona Bowl and all the free cheeseburgers being passed out?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, very good stuff. All right, but Kevin Green, I wish Kevin Green well. I'll be honest with you. Like I told Deuce Davis's dad this. I like Deuce a great deal as well. I told him, I said, I hope your son kills it, and I hope that they lose every single game in the process. That is what I say as well. I hope Kevin Green does very well. I like Kevin Green, but I also hope that he loses every single game there. I am totally at the point, and I do not care what anybody says. And for the next year or two, 1A is Washington, 1B is ASU for my least favorite teams. Don't care, period.
Yeah. No argument in this house.
Yes, exactly. No argument in this house. All right, so that's kind of where we're at. Raymelo Murphy. Now, I want to talk about Kevon Darton as well. This is a guy that I think is getting lost in the sauce, is the kids say. Short bus. By the way, we do because again, when you are we are simple people. To put it mildly, there's nothing cool about us. We are very simple people. But I'm trying to think here. What we're talking about? Oh yeah, Kevon Darton. Are we not talking about him enough? Because when you look at his resume, Scheer at Syracuse, And I know we only like PFF if it helps our case.
Mhm.
PFF helps our case here with Kevon Darton. He was one of the better linemen one of the better interior linemen in the ACC last year.
Yeah, we aren't talking about him enough. We really aren't. He was at the spring game. I saw him. He is small, but he's like built. Like he's not. He looks like Is it? This is a bad comparison. So I'm not comparing the two. But how tall is like Aaron Donald?
About
He's not
6
tall,
foot.
right? Yeah,
6'1".
right. So and obviously Aaron Donald is right.
He's
right,
better than
but,
Kevon Darton. We will agree.
right. But Darton is built like that, like not tall, but like wide and just built and fast. Like if you watch his film at Syracuse, he's fast. And the thing is, you made a good point, a rare good point.
Really?
Show where you said if this was Nanson's defense, I don't think Darton would be a good fit.
Right.
Because he's not going to like clog the lanes. Akina, if you watch the defense during the spring, and you'll notice it ASAP, this is a very aggressive defensive line. With Sumalo has a very different personality and style than Nanson.
Put it mildly of different.
Right. They're going to be aggressive. And Darton is a great fit in that scheme because Syracuse let him go get the quarterback. And as an interior lineman, he had 5 or 6 sacks, which is pretty impressive.
Right now, let's see here. Joseph, the great Joseph. He says Darton of Chuba. That sounds like a Greek prince. Darton of Chuba coming down from Constantinople. But Darton, no, I believe that those are going to be the 2 starters. I think you're going to see.
I think Darton and Chuba are the 2 starters, with Isaiah Johnson being the 3rd guy in the rotation.
Yes. All right. So that's kind of where we're at. And I do believe that Bear Anderson is probably going to be the
actually Bear the 3rd guy. Bear the 3rd guy, Isaiah 4th.
All right. So
Man, all of a sudden that's a legit top 3, dude.
Not bad.
Chuba, Darton, and Anderson. Like Anderson was remember, we only use PFF when it helps. He was a G5 PFF All-American. First team.
Freshman All-American.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We will take him. So I'm totally cool with that. I do not believe that we have talked about Kevon Darton nearly enough. We will continue to talk about him. Now, with the offensive line, I got beat up a little bit, and and deservedly so. Here's where I'm at with the offensive line. I believe that Arizona's got 2 stars, and I believe that Arizona's got 2 very solid players. And then after that, I think Polito's got a lot of potential, but Polito is always hurt. Hopefully he is not always hurt. But right now, I believe the 2 solid players are Leif, Josh Baker, and then I think you have 2 stars in Wendell Moy and Jonas Sabaneo. What say you, Jason Scheer?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm very, very curious to see what happens with that tackle spot.
Right.
It is open. They added the guy from Oregon as a tackle. Jonah Rodriguez, who is a San Diego State transfer who actually was going to commit to Arizona in the last cycle, and Judd Fish, I don't know if there was a move on or I don't know, mixed messages, but he wound up going to San Diego State. He redshirted. He took a visit to Arizona this past weekend. I think Arizona probably leads. I put up an article about him. He doesn't even have any other visits scheduled right now. He's a tackle as well. So they're clearly trying to improve at that tackle spot and add depth. So that's the one I'm very curious about.
Oh, Mr. Tyler Warden. Listen, Tyler Warden, first of all, we rely on you to give us information. You're not supposed to come in here asking questions. But since I've stolen so much of your information, I will permit this. Jason Scheer, what say you?
I mean, Mike, I don't think so. Do you?
No, I don't. I think Arizona's going to be just fine in this, as long as nothing comes out that we don't already know. How about that?
Right. I'm trying to see how many details I could say. I'll say this. The people around the program, the athletic department, the coaches are not concerned.
Yes.
There may be concerned with the fact that it happened, but they're not concerned with how it happened on the team or what happened, if that makes sense.
Yes, exactly. As long as there's nothing that comes out about a certain situation that I have no reason to believe, everybody Arizona should be fine there. Rick Trimmer, the great Rick Trimmer. I agree with you on this. Totally agree with you on this. I'm just saying he's got to stay healthy. That's why it's a huge question mark, because it's been a year and a half now of being hurt the whole time, essentially. So that's all that's where I'm at.
He was awesome, but you got to, it's like the dude, like there's been awesome players Like, I mean, here, let's just bring him up. Like, Jamari was awesome,
Mhm.
right? And he got hurt. He just couldn't
Right.
stay healthy. Like Cam Denson was like, there's been guys that are awesome and they can't stay healthy, so they never reach that potential. Eventually, Polito has to be healthy and reach that potential.
So that's always why we say it with a caveat. Now, some of the other players, I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of expectations for. I don't have a lot of expectations for Deuced. I have no expectations for Tylen Gonzalez. I understand why they took Tylen Gonzalez, but, Elijah Payne, kind of the same thing. So I totally get it. Brad Rich, very, very good point about Colorado. We will get back to that. Now, so that's kind of where we are. It's kind of where we're at. By the way, Scheer, I got to tell you about the BetMGM Sportsbook app. Brad Rich, the great Brad Rich, the mythical Brad Rich. This is called being natural at what you do. And Brad Rich is a very natural person. He brought up the BetMGM Sportsbook app right as I was about to bring it up. What are you laughing at over there, Scheer? What are you laughing at? Fill me in.
Shelby's crying.
Why is Shelby crying? Is there another home invasion?
Someone DM'd me what my Venmo is because he said he didn't want to make it public, and he
how much did he give you?
A lot.
Can you give us a number? Just say
You're
it.
so
Come on.
classy,
Four figures.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Shelby, yeah, I've been crying for like 4 days straight.
Scheer is a big baby.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
I am a big baby. I used to be tough when I was younger.
No. Listen, I had to have a talk with Scheer one time, and I said, Scheer, you're getting into way too many Twitter beefs. You are a good person. Be the person that I see around. That's why this new Scheer is the real Scheer.
I'm not. I've always said I'm not nearly like the mean. Like Erica knows, I'm not this mean, aggressive dude that I am on Twitter. I'm very protective of certain things, but
the Kyle Dodd video proved that.
Yeah,
we got to work on your handshake, but he's a really good dude.
Kyle sent a message. Very good dude. I'm telling you, it's very weird. People sending like messages. There is one donation that was funny, and I don't know if it was him. Kylan Boswell. So I don't know if it's him or if someone was joking with me. I got to find that out.
There's
one that's Jeff Fish
from Seattle for $1.
From stinky Seattle for $1.
Smelly. It said stinky, not smelly rainy. By the way, everybody, these smelly rainy shirts are awesome, but I have to say this. There are people that are not getting it right. They're saying rainy, smelly Seattle. It is smelly, rainy Seattle. That gets under their skin more. You have to say smelly before that. We very much like this person that gave this this money, though, Scheer. What's his name? Put it out right now.
We'll just say his name's John. Thank you very much to John.
John, an unusual name. If you see John, you know who it is.
Yeah, Eric is right. But my daughter Brielle is the opposite. She gives shit for whether you give her shit or not. Dude, one of Brielle's friends got in a fight for socking a girl in the face. She got suspended. How cool is that?
Brielle did this?
Yeah, 5th grade. Brielle's best friend.
Well, no, so did she throw hands?
Brielle doesn't throw hands. We told her not to. But the other girl, her best friend got suspended because someone picked a fight with her. And the girl's like, I've had it. And just like punched the other girl in the face.
Wow. Very impressive.
Very drama-filled 5th grade. Girls are mean.
I was going to say, you need to be very careful up there on the Northwest side. Very careful.
Girls are very considerably more mean than guys.
Yeah, especially girls that get into fights where they pull hair at bars and stuff. I mean, you'll see that from time to time. So, but anyways, something that we can all agree on too, the BetMGM Sportsbook app. Now, the great Brad Rich said over or under on Colorado. I say under just because I want to root against Deion Sanders.
It's only like 4.5.
Yeah, I think it's 5.5. Is it 5.5 now, or is it 4.5?
Move to 5.5? Yeah. I'm still going under. They're not making a bowl.
I am going under. Sign up for BetMGM Sportsbook. Use the BetMGM bonus code PHNX. Place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app for at least $10. You will receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if the bet loses. Check out the show notes for details, and let's hear from the great Shane Diefenbach with the disclaimer.
Bets expire in 7 days. One new customer offer only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLE. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, North Carolina, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
All right, now let's talk about our parlay picks, Scheer. You want to parlay the Knicks to win this series and the Knicks to win it all. This is correct.
Yes. Correct. I'm glad that you didn't even have to ask me that. Yes.
I know. I knew exactly where it was.
I'm very excited for 4:30. I'm counting down the hours, minutes.
Yes, exactly. If you're not a Knicks fan, Scheer didn't want you. Then he doesn't want you now. Let Madison Square Garden remain empty. Very, very good. All right, now, Mr. Tyler Warden asking more questions. Curious what the situation at linebacker is. I don't really have a ton of faith. I'd love to be wrong in anybody but Jacob Manu.
I would agree with that. Danny Gonzalez, what I've learned about him very quickly is that he is very blunt and very honest and will tell you everything you want and need to know. He seems to like Tay Brown and Quimella. I think Leviticus Sua is a little behind. He kind of insinuated that. It said he picked it up in the last week, but he's a little behind. Mustaine's not going to play. I think they need to add one more. I think they need to add.
I'd go even a step further. I'd be okay with adding two more, especially athletes. I need athletes.
Yeah, there's a couple guys in the portal I know they're looking at. I don't know where they are in terms of visits and all that, but they need another one. And to me, I know Manu has game experience. Quimella has some. Tay has some. I'm looking for an older dude, right? I'm looking for a guy that's been through battles where, if God forbid Manu gets hurt, I don't want to play two basically freshmen.
Right, exactly. Now, also, we're going to talk, the Kendrick remarks. All right. Drake needs to stop. Drake needs to stop.
Mike and I have the same view on this. We called each other at the same time and said, and by the way, Drake, although I didn't like the last record that he released last night, he's very smart because he said, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not responding anymore because he knows
this is bad.
The longer this goes, the worse it's going to get for him. So it's like, yeah, I'm done. Release 10 more songs. I won't reply.
Yes, but you know what? Sometimes you got to know who you're picking a fight with, and he picked a fight with the wrong person there, and because Kendrick's ready to grow for eternity. Drake, you need to stop trying to be a tough guy. Go back to doing hooks and all that stuff.
Justin Flo, I forgot about him. Again, Danny Gonzalez, very smart. I basically straight up said what we've been saying since Flo got on campus. If you just tell him to blitz, he's really good. That's all they're going to do. You will never see Justin Flo under Danny Gonzalez go into coverage ever.
Right. And it just kind of is what it is. This is the fourth straight coaching staff that's kind of has the same exact view. So that's kind of where I'm at. Okay. Now, wanted to talk a little bit. First of all, let's talk about Snoop Dogg. I got to give my guy Ollie Farhang a lot of credit. He told me Ollie Farhang makes things happen. He told me this about 6 months ago, and he said, keep it quiet, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, I'll believe it when I see it, although I believed it. Snoop Dogg, the Arizona Bowl. Yes, sir. Sign me up for 2 in case we want seconds. This is very, very awesome.
Yeah, it's fun, man. And he's going to perform probably, or if not, he's going to bring someone to perform. Like there's going to be a post game or a halftime. They haven't decided. You're going to be on the mic as well. I believe that's the rumor. You're going to perform with Snoop. There's a lot of cool stuff too. Like the Yahoo article, Ross Dellinger did it and kind of lays it out. They're going to do like a big tournament, like an Arizona versus California 7-on-7 type of deal. Mm-hmm. And if that takes place in Tucson, those are like unofficial visits that basically Snoop is helping to arrange. And these guys are good. Like this is a big deal for Arizona football.
Yes, it's a massive deal for Arizona football, and the fact that you're getting somebody that's going to be, actively involved in this. And again, I don't know if he'll be there or not. I would hope he'd be there, but he's tweeting out about it. He backs the A. All right, now, many people are asking me. I put out a tease on Twitter about a rap. I am going to rap a different song, though. I am going to rap "Murder Was the Case That They Gave Me." No more Indo, gin, and juice. I'm on my way to Chino, rolling on the gray goose, shackled from head to toe, 24 with an Izzo, with nowhere to gizzo. I know them on the other side recognize my face because it's the DOGGLBC. Boom! How about that? That was very, very good, Scheer.
Could you rap like when we were at dinner with Tony Jones, he was giving mainstream songs. Could you go like, small Tupac, like the random off off.
Any Tupac song you give me, I can rap. Any Tupac song.
Unbelievable. Does Janet even know? Do your parents even know who Tupac is?
Yeah, they didn't really like it. They didn't like it at all, to be honest with you. But
my dad's favorite rapper used to be Nelly. That was the only one he could listen to.
Nelly. Even when I'm with my boo, all I
love
Nelly is you. But yes, no, very good. Oh, Hail Mary, that's easy. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy.
You're gonna say it.
You kind of get death around the corner from me against the world. I see death around the corner. The pressure's getting to me. No longer trust my homies. Them phonies tried to do me. Smoking too much. Got me paranoid, stressed, pack a gat in the vest under my clothes when I dress. Here's hoping I die the way I live, straight thugging, hugging my trigger for all that I be bugging. How about that? There,
the views just went up. I'm getting sources say the views just doubled in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, Shorty Wanna Be a Thug was a nice middle class, but no one knew the evil he do when he got a little bigger. Could help to find a blaze while puffing on a Newport, plotting on another way to catch a case. Was only 16 yet convicted as a felon. I mean, I think that I have proved my wares very, very well. But either way, good stuff for Snoop Dogg. Very excited about this. Very excited for Ali as well. The Arizona Bowl. I think with moving on from Barstool, you needed a big name. You needed something that resonated, and they delivered on this. We will. This is big for the city, and I'm excited to see what happens going forward.
Yeah, it's really cool. Very excited. Shelby even said we got to get credentials now. It would have been cool if it was weed was involved. Also, you could do weed and booze, and just Ali could have said screw everyone. But I think this is the only booze sponsor in all of bowl. Like this is a big deal. Having alcohol as a sponsor, this changes the game. It really does.
This changes the game. We were very excited. And you know what this also means? I also think that this might be able to get some of the randos to come down here. Maybe the great Jacob Franklin would even come down because of this. I could see Jacob Franklin
Jacob's a big Snoop fan from what I understand.
Yes, exactly. Jacob's actually taller than Snoop Dogg. So either way, we very much like this. Now, I don't know why Carter Bryant is proving he's better than you guys think. Another missed eval. I don't know that there's a missed eval there. I think he's a top 10 to 15 player in the country. I also believe that he's going to be a lottery pick. I will not say a missed eval on this, nor will Jason Scheer. I like Carter Bryant a great deal. I think Carter Bryant is going to be a 2-year player, and I believe he will be a lottery pick. He is playing very, very well, though. Very excited about this of late, and we've talked about it from day one, Scheer. If he's fully engaged, if he's fully energized, this man is a problem.
I think the Iverson Classic this past weekend was very good Carter Bryant in a nutshell, right? And what I mean by that is like the first half, he was awesome. The second half, he wasn't awesome. Like the biggest obstacle with Carter Bryant, and he would admit this. So I love Carter. Dad's awesome. We know, like we've known Carter, right?
Trying to get to Sean on Wednesday, by the way. But
consistency is probably the biggest issue with him. I think he would agree with that. Is when you look awesome and you look like a top 10 pick, right? You got to do that for an entire game, not just a half. And I think that right now is his biggest obstacle. That's why it wouldn't surprise me if it was a 2-year player. If it clicks and he brings that every game, he's gone in 1 year, and Arizona's a Final Four team. Like really, he's that good.
Now, I think that let's see, he might bust into the rotation. Oh, he's gonna play. I don't think that.
He's playing. There's no doubt about it.
We're not disputing that, and we're saying at the low end minutes that he's getting is what KJ got this year.
Yeah,
and I still think that he is. Going to probably get more minutes than that. I could also see him getting progressively better as the year goes on, as he gets more acclimated. You also have to understand, though, too, that he is. You look at him, and this is a good thing for his long-term potential, but he's young. You can just look at it facially, body-wise. He's got a lot of growing to do. Some kids come in here and they're fully maxed. This kid's still in the infancy. He's got a lot. He's got a lot where he can grow.
Yeah, I think the key is like you always, when you're scouting or evaluating a player, you look for ceiling, right? Like there's guys in high school that are very close to their ceiling, and they might be really good now. But the problem is, what you see now is what you're going to get in 3 years. Carter's not that.
Stanley Johnson.
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Carter's not that guy. Like, Carter's going to be significantly better in 3 years than he is now, which is really important. The shame is a lot of times for us, the shame is that they don't realize that in college. They realize that in the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's still going to be a good college player, and he's got the right approach. He works hard. Everyone likes him. He's not a jerk off the court. He's a very good
His dad is fantastic.
Right. He's a very good fit for what Tommy likes to do offensively.
Right. And he's got a lot of versatility. When you look at his game, and again, I don't want to put undue expectations, because I'm not saying he's going to be this. I'm not saying that. But he's got, and I said it been saying it for a couple of years, he's got a lot of Jason Tatum in him. And that he's legitimately 6'8". He's smooth. He understands the game. He can get to where he wants. He's an above average athlete for sure. He's not an A++ athlete, but he's a very good athlete. The game just kind of comes easy for him. Like I said, I think this kid's going to be a lottery pick. And if he's going to be, if it's going to be 2 years, then so be it. Take your time, Carter Bryant. Take your time.
Yeah. If you want to stay here 4 years, I'm all for it. I trust his dad and him to make the right decision. I don't think
his dad knows what he's doing.
This isn't a case of like, let's get out and get to the NBA really quick. His dad played, his uncle played. Like, they know what this is about.
His uncle was a McDonald's All-American, by the way. I remember his uncle very, very well. So either way, Carter Bryant, we need to give you a salute emoji. Deshaun Bryant as well, another salute emoji. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the NBA Draft Combine. And don't worry, we're going to get to Chip. We're not letting Scheer slither under the door before slither. Get it? Get it?
Very smart. Very smart.
There, too soon?
No, never
right.
Too soon.
Good. All right. But KJ Lewis, I think if I was a team with the first round pick in the last part of the first round, I would choose KJ Lewis, and I would have no problem choosing KJ Lewis, because I believe in a year he's going to be a mid first round pick at worst. But he was not invited to the combine. I say good for Arizona fans. Keep him away from all of that. Scheer, I say good work.
Yeah. Look, we're going to be fine. Like, people like. It's a situation where I'm distracted. But
that's
it's
my life, dude.
Yeah.
Erica. Oh, where are we retweeting this? Erica L. Day, send out links. We will retweet this. Scheer, you better retweet this.
I'll be on this.
Okay.
We're gonna drop it. Mike and I have been studying the Phoenix Mercury.
I have no idea about the WNBA, but I will look.
I'm a big WNBA guy. There's 5 girls on each team, 5 women. There's I can name at least 3 teams.
3 teams. Okay. I can
Puello made the first cut. Helena Puello made the first cut. That's big news. Esbury made the first cut, I believe.
All right. I can name. Let's see. How many WNBA teams can we name?
I can name most. Seriously.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the West Coast and move in. So are the Sounders still a thing?
That's soccer, dude. That's Seattle Sounders of soccer.
The smelly Seattle Sounders.
Smelly Seattle Sounders. I think I could name 9 of the 12.
There's 12 WNBA teams. All I can name is Caitlin Clark and the Mercury. And what about the Fever? The Minnesota Fever?
Indiana Fever. We know that. That's Clark. Las Vegas.
The Lynx.
The Lynx, Minnesota Lynx, the Los Angeles Sparks, the Phoenix Mercury, Seattle Storm. Did I say the Liberty? The Dream, because Aaron McDonald's on that team.
The Atlanta Dream?
Yeah. The Atlanta Dream, because that's where McDonald was. Now she's on the Sparks. The Mystics. Yeah. Washington Mystics. I'm trying to think.
We said the Aces already, Rick Barron.
I watched the draft with Bree, so I'm trying. The Connecticut Sun.
This Connecticut Sun?
Yeah, I don't know.
When you think Connecticut, you think the Sun.
I don't know either. There's one more. I think
No, we
Did I
already
just-
said the Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah, I said the Aces. Come on, guys. Chicago Sky, I forgot. And then there's one more I forgot.
Oh, this is very funny. This is very Joseph. These comments are why we like Joseph a great deal. The Karen Morales brothers are like, I'm not disrespecting. I'm saying I don't
Dallas
watch
Wings. Shelby said I forgot the Dallas Wings. That's the one.
the Wings. I've never heard of the Wings. Interesting. All right, no clue. Does New York have a team?
Yeah, the Liberty.
Golden State.
That's where Esmery is.
Did you guys say the Wings? All right. Yes.
No,
Anyway,
the Wings I didn't know, Erica. I forgot the Wings. I only follow champions. The Wings.
the San
suck.
Antonio, are they the Brahmas? Or no, the Brahmas are where JDL's playing.
No, there's a San Antonio team. We got them all.
Okay, we got them all. We know our stuff. Anyways, back to Caleb Love and KJ Lewis. Caleb Love, I believe I'm calling my shot right now. I believe that both of these guys are going to be back. And that would probably means that Joson Sanon will not be on the team. But I do, as much as I like Joson Sanon, I would much prefer to have these two back. Period. Point blank. Done.
Yeah. I would guess nothing's definite until it's definite and all that crap. But my guess right now, if you were to ask me, is that both of them are back in Arizona, probably loses Sanon. I will say this. The meeting that they had with Sanon recently, they were very open about the possibility of Caleb coming back. And I think Sanon was more open to it than the coaching staff maybe thought they would be. So it's not out of the question. It's still probably unlikely based on some of the things I've heard, but it's not out of the question completely.
Rick Barents.
Yes, it's always fluid.
Very fluid. Either way, I love that KJ Lewis was not invited, mainly because I didn't want him. Again, I don't want him poking and prodding and trying to figure out what's going on there. I don't want any of that. Dennis Walsh, you are right. Nothing beats Circle K. All right, now we're going to get to Chip in a second. Also, though, I got to give a shout out to a Circle K that I'm remiss on, and my guy Armando Duarte always brings up. Have you been to the Circle K on Ajo and Kinney?
Oh, I don't go over there.
I have been there. When I went to the casino. This is a great Circle K. This is a very underrated Circle K. It's like right by the casino. It is a good Circle K.
There's one on, isn't there a nice one on Cardinal too?
I don't know. I don't really venture over on the south side.
Cardinal and Valencia. Ajo and Kinney's the south side, isn't it?
No. That's out by the casino. That's way.
Yeah.
Right. That is a good one. I like that one a lot. Lots of fuel pumps. Very, very. And I got a Snickers bar from there. No, I wasn't going to Old Tucson. I was going to the casino. But that's
Mike's
where
a very big gambler.
I am. I make a lot of money gambling. Yeah. Much money gambling. Let's see. South side. Best Circle K is the one on by 49er Country Club. All right. I mean, there's a lot of good Circle Ks. That's the great thing about the Circle K. I got beat up for the Oracle and Grant Circle K. I like that Oracle and Grant Circle K because it's got the most fuel pumps. Boom.
Look at you.
Dude, I know what I'm doing, dude. I know what
Did you see where Shelby and I went the first time we left the house the other day after Cora bid on?
Where'd you go? Where'd you talk about?
We went to Circle K.
Oh, I saw it. And
yeah,
you know what I love about Shelby with the Circle K movement?
Gas, a Polar Pop, and a pack of gum.
You know what I love, too, that Shelby tags the Circle K and the Circle K stores. The great Shelby Scheer.
Circle K official account liked that tweet this morning.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Shelby's cracking up. They like the tweet. Circle K.
Oh yes, Joseph. Yes. Because the one on Oracle and Grant, I also like a great deal because that is where I saw the first Inner Circle hat. And I asked them, and each time this lady wears an Inner Circle hat, there's two people in there that wear Inner Circle hats. So I do believe they know me because she asked my name. Although, let's be honest, what lady isn't asking for my name? But
I assume most women know your name.
I mean, seriously. To quote Jay-Z, just some dirt off my shoulder. All right. Now let's get to Chip Hale here in a second. Chip Hale, this is going to be very good. But first, game time. Erica Day messages me. She's hanging out with my good friend Kim Hunt. They had a very high energy time up in Phoenix on Saturday.
What a combo! What a combo that is.
Oh, Erica and Kim. Yes.
We should add a camera crew there.
Well, I am really kind of bummed that there was not a camera crew there because these are two of the most. I mean, when you talk alpha women, these are alphas. These are women that do not take grief from anybody. These are in your but they're very, very good people. Yeah. But I tell you this to tell you that, because she asked me, she says, Mike, we're going to the D-backs game. What's the game time code? The word is spreading. So the word is spreading. So again, either way, check it out. Here's the deal with game time. You can use code PHNX for $20 off. Very cool. Yeah, now you can, let's see here. All kinds of good deals. Let's see here. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code. Spell out PHNX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. Very, very cool. But I think you do need to wear a GoPro. Hey, with the GoPro, do they have the little like, is there like a video that goes with it where you can see what they're doing?
What do you mean? That's what a GoPro is.
Okay, so it's not just like, okay. I think it'd be a very good idea. By the way, Jess Antonio, I rapped like 5 or 6 Snoop and Tupac songs earlier. That's going to be one of our clips, by the way.
What's very cool about Mike's rapping is he knows, like, he can rap and not pause and still get the offensive words out of there. Like, that's not
what I'm saying, but I ain't saying it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, like, the fact that you can rap so fast in this without the offensive words is impressive.
It's very, very good. I'm a man of many. I've mastered little, but I'm skilled at much. How about that? All right, Scheer, the time has come. The time has come. Jack Hale is watching the show. The great Jack Hale, Chip Hale's son. He likes a lot of our.
I was gonna say, who's Jack Hale?
Jack Hale. He likes a lot of our stuff. He knows that I am a Chip Hale fan. And you always try to minimize the reasoning. The reasoning does not matter, period. No. Point blank. And I like the putts on Twitter that said that I didn't like Chip Hale. Dude, you know how much I've been... Yeah, but anyway, are you prepared now with Arizona ranked 17th in the country? Are you prepared right now, Jason Scheer, at this moment in time, to lay down your sword and say that you made a mistake?
No. What, we've had this discussion. I gave you my criteria, and you said it was fair. I need Arizona to make a super regional.
Okay, so if you make a super snap, I almost said a super snap.
And that means Arizona's going to go to a regional, and if they win it, I will come on your air, and the first thing I will do, and I'll tweet it, is apologize to Chip.
And you will hashtag my bad Chip.
Yeah, see, even Rick Barron said we've gone over this. I will do it.
Yeah, but
they have to make a super regional.
But I'm very excited about this sweep. So again, I wanted to try to get that going. So we will find that out. But either way, we've talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about a lot of nonsense. Hopefully, Mary Ruth Farrell is very upset about this entire episode.
That's what we're calling her from now on.
We're calling her MRF. Oh, by the way, on the comments, very, very funny. She says to me, she says, here's the deal. If you don't mention my name on the podcast, I will never come on your YouTube and mention you.
You showed me that. I was like, does she not realize that she's commenting under her name?
Yes, correct. And I said, and then she said, truce, peace pipe. And I said, no truce, no peace pipe. We will continue to have fun on this. Stop saying my name is exactly what she said. It was very, very funny. But again, it'll all be fun and games. It's okay, Mary Ruth Farrell. I will still say your name, though. All right, now. Let's see here. Jacob Franklin, is that Keeping It 100 golf tournament? Do we still have this video? Look at this. Here, look at all this stuff. You could be part of this right now. These people, you can see the energy. They probably got gassed up at Circle K before they went. Look at Jalen Conyers right here, man. He hit that ball to Texas Tech. That's how far it went. Then you look at this. This guy imagining hitting a toe tree fathead. Look at these guys. Get in on this. There you go. Get in on this. Great Jacob Franklin will be there. This is very, very good stuff. Everybody should be very excited about.
Will you be signing autographs?
Jacob Franklin will be signing autographs. That is the rumor.
Yeah.
Jacob Franklin, will you be signing autographs at this?
If you're on the golf course, then I will sign autographs.
All right. If anybody gets there, Jacob Franklin will sign it with his number and his wingspan as well. Jacob has a very short wingspan, according to his.
He'll sign your chest, you know?
Yeah. I was going to say like one of those. Yeah. One of those ones. All right. Now, Scheer, where can they find you doing your work? Where can they find me moderating?
Mike has done a very good job of monitoring, whatever you want to call it, being a mod, wildcatauthority.com, at Jason Scheer on Twitter, and the Wildcat Scoop podcast. Shelby and I are recording tonight, and the autograph hat. There you go.
Okay. By the way, one of my jobs as a mod, I was very excited. This guy from Scheer can't comment here. I can. The Washington mod came in and he's like, we expect to take another 4 to 6 year players or whatever. And then I quoted him and I said, what about this? And he says, I will not comment further out of respect for Scheer. I enjoyed blasting him. You do not come on and disrespect Scheer like that. All right. Also, no better time to become a PHNX diehard, though. You got all kinds of good stuff going on in there. Erica Day, and get this link out for the Phoenix Mercury. I will be watching this. But Scheer, you did very, very good work today. We will see you on Wednesday. Hopefully, Deshaun Bryant will be joining us at 11 of the last little portion of the show as well.
My guy. Big fan of his.
All right. For Jason Scheer and everybody out there, you guys are absolutely fantastic. Can we get a back the chip from you?
Yeah, back to Chip, back to Dave, back to Cora.
That would also be very, very good though. Another A+ hire for our guy Dave Hickey.
Yeah, back it all. Is Dave still in Tucson? Do we know?
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay.
He's still here.
Dave's
still chilling. All right. Anyways. Guys, we very much appreciate you. We will be back with you tomorrow. Oh, different time because we've got a meeting. We will be on at 1 tomorrow, so mark your calendar accordingly. Brian Baxter, yes, you did miss it. Go back and watch the first 10 minutes. Give us 2 views, not just 1. How about that? But for Jason Scheer, I am merely Mike Luke, the great Jacob Franklin, speaking down on us. You've been listening to the AC Wildcats podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.